Welcome back to Chainsaw Man Reviews, where every week we take a closer look at the newest chapter of Tastuki Fujimoto's masterpiece, Chainsaw Man. This week, we are taking a closer look at Chainsaw Man Part 2, Chapter 5, or Chapter 102. It's been a minute since we've seen each other because last week Fujimoto went on break. For good reason it seems, because this chapter is 47 pages long. Fujimoto is on break again next week, probably to recover from this chapter. Anyways, here's a new block that I'm doing called Chainsaw Man News, where we bring you the latest updates on everything Chainsaw Man. First off, last week we got a new, very good trailer for the upcoming Chainsaw Man anime by Studio Mappa. Long story short, the animation is mind-blowing. If you want a full breakdown with somebody with a lot more expertise in that department than me, I'll direct you to probably Pretentious's excellent video on just how good it is. I'll leave the link in the description. We also got a release date, October of this year. Not an actual set date, but I don't really care since the worries about it getting delayed are all but gone. In terms of anime, October is packed with Spy X Family, MHA, Mob Psycho 100, and the Bleach Blood War. Have fun planning a release date, Mappa. We're going to be getting another event on the 19th of September, where there will be a private screening of Episode 1, so expect leaks, more cast reveals, opening and ending song reveals, and an official release date. Also, Chainsaw Man Volume 1 for Chainsaw Man Part 2, or as it will be titled, Volume 12, will release on October 5th, and so will the anime starter guide. This isn't confirmed, but it was leaked by Shueisha themselves, so it's probably true. That's all the news for now, so let's get into the recap. Last week, Mitaka and Yuko were out looking for devils when the Bat Devil from Part 1 showed up right in front of them. They decided to make a run for it. This week, we picked up with the Bat Devil chasing them and catching up fast. He sends debris flying towards the girls, knocking them over. Mitaka is still up, but Yuko is out cold. Even if she wasn't, a spike impaled her leg so she wouldn't be able to run. Yoru says that Mitaka should kill her and turn her into a weapon, so that she could save her own life. Mitaka is still on the floor, weighing her options. Yoru says, "Don't worry. You are me, so I know. You aren't sorry for killing Bucky. You are sorry that you were seen killing Bucky." This cuts deep, since it is technically true. Mitaka is more hurt by the fact that everybody hated her because of what they thought she did to Bucky. Yoru argues, since nobody will know if Mitaka kills Yuko, that Mitaka will do it. Mitaka remembers everything her classmates thought of her after Bucky had died, and also how Yuko was there to help her. She plants her foot on the ground, picks Yuko up, and starts running, with Yoru calling her a fool. As Mitaka is running, a little piece of exposed tile catches her foot, and she faceplants, dropping Yuko. She thinks to herself that she always falls in critical moments. We get memories of her carrying a cake for somebody named Mai when she was little, and she trips. She was in a relay race carrying the baton, almost at the finish line before she trips. A not so long ago Mitaka running with her mom from the Typhoon Devil, presumably during the Denji vs. Reize fight in Part 1. When she's running, she looks over and sees a cat with a wounded leg. She goes to try to pick it up, but as she does, she trips. Her mom sees this, picks her up, and throws her out of the way, getting hit by a car as Mitaka watches. In the aftermath of the rubble, Mitaka is sitting next to the cat. An old lady comes up to her and thanks her for saving her cat. Then, Mitaka breaks down into tears, remembering her mom. It seems that Mitaka and her mom lived alone together. When her mom died, she just started to live alone in their own apartment, probably paying with whatever care system would give her money. This flashback is part of one half of what I would call the drop. It's where a really painful part of a character's life happens to the point where they hit rock bottom. Instead of giving up, they climb out. For Denji, it was when he lost his friends, only to be able to start something new with Nayuta. For Aki, it was when Himeno died, but he learned to make a family with Denji in power. For Mitaka, this is one of those moments. She remembers her conversation of being unwilling to borrow Yuko's shoes, during which she puts on some depressed mask saying that she would rather be bullied than pitied. Yuko says, I don't really care how you feel though. Her reasoning being that since her heart is in the right place, that's all that matters. Mitaka realizes that when she was saving the cat, her heart was in the right place, and when she was walking to play soccer with her classmates holding Bucky, her heart was in the right place. It might have been a mistake to try and save Yuko, but she realizes that she wants to live with her heart always in the right place. So she gets back up, picks up Yuko, and starts running. Unfortunately, her efforts are futile as the Bat Devil closes its mouth around the pair. This is an amazing moment for Mitaka. If you're a fan of Chainsaw Man or just Fujimoto in general, you can tell that he isn't very big on long-term storytelling. Fire Punch had an insane amount of things happen in just 80 chapters. Chainsaw Man was similar, but also was very heavy in character development. In just 5 chapters, Mitaka has gone from somebody who never really had any hope of fitting in, to putting her life on the line for one of her friends. Fortunately, this isn't the end for Mitaka's story. Something bumps into the Bat Devil, forcing it to spit out Mitaka and Yuko. It turns out to be this giant devil thing, and guess who's fighting it? It has been over 2 years since we've seen Denji, and this is the first time I get to use him in a thumbnail. Finally! It feels really, really good to say this. Denji comes out of the bloody mess staring directly back at this thing, which as we learn later is the Cockroach Devil. It picks him up and chucks him into another building, lunging forward and destroying that building. But Denji is still in the game, chopping off one of its limbs. It jumps back, asking him why he's siding with the humans, since he's a devil. He thinks that he wants to be a superhero, which might be true, so just as the Green Goblin did in the original Tobey Maguire Spider-Man, he picks up a young kid in a car full of old people, saying that he has to choose who to save before dropping them both. Denji goes for option C, and jumps straight at the Cockroach Devil, slicing its brain in half. This of course is all beautifully drawn by the hard work of Fujimoto. Below him is the kid the Cockroach Devil dropped, dead, and the car on fire. On the edge of the building, a cat is hanging on for dear life, but Denji picks it up saying, "There was a cat too, dude." On the news, the anchor says, "In yet another act of heroism, Chainsaw Man has saved a cat from the Cockroach Devil." At least he has the media on his side. This was an extremely good chapter. It had some good character development for Mitaka, and the return of that classic Chainsaw Man action. As for Denji, I don't think that this is his permanent return. Most likely the protagonist will be Mitaka until she finds Denji in school. So I'm saying around chapter 115 he'll make a full comeback. I saw some people think that this isn't Denji because he would have saved both people. Since when does he save people he doesn't care about? He literally picked up a dude in his car and chucked him at the Bat Devil mid-fight. Another thing I want to point out is that Denji and Mitaka are having some striking similarities that are hard to ignore. Both of their families are gone, both were killed but brought back to life by devils, and both chose to save a cat in the crucial moments. In my opinion, a Mitaka and Denji friendship is imminent. Well, that's all I have to say for this video. See you in 2 weeks.